Today we're going to talk about what we have in our first aid kit.
This is the bag. This is my bag, but we have the same bag.
No, but we have one each.
You have a new bag?
Oh, but it's not the same. I mean, this is yours and I have another one.
Oh.
We both got them at our hostile environment training.
And it's a pretty anonymous bag. You can I carry this as with a shoulder strap, but you can modify it to have it as around your waist.
I usually have it on the belt where I have the donkey bags and stuff anyways.
And we carry this bag on most stories or most trips that we do.
Yeah, I mean it's useful in a lot more situations than just conflict zones. You never know when you're in a car accident or someone else needs help. It's pretty good to have with you most of the time.
Yeah, but we've had them for our last trips covering the armed conflict in Kachin State in Burma, but we also took them with us when we went on another story in Burma. That wasn't anywhere near a conflict, but there was some, we were out hiking and driving on bad roads and...
Yeah, far away from medical treatment.
So let's go through it. We have the more serious stuff first. We have some compressed gauze, which is disinfected and vacuum sealed. So we have 2 of these.
Well, to stop bleeding and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can just jam that into the wound and make it stop. There is a bigger modular bandage here, which is, I think, mainly intended for gunshot wounds.
Yeah, you stuff it into the actual wound, and then there's a little cup on the top, which you get in this, which will add extra pressure when you then roll the bandage around your leg, for example. It will add pressure into the wound, so it will help stop the bleeding.
So a lot of these injuries that you might encounter in this kind of a conflict environment has to do with bleeding and with hemorrhage. So stopping that initial bleeding is what it's all about until you can get that person or yourself to a medical center for more treatment.
Yeah.
So this is all about the first hour or so after getting injured and just avoiding bleeding to death, basically.
Which can take minutes if you're lucky.
And on that note, we also have a tourniquet that you can wrap around your leg or arm or limb.
Shoulder or whatever. Yeah.
Again, to just simply cut off the blood flow to that part of the body which is injured. All of this equipment you can get online. It's not very expensive.
No.
You can just order it on Amazon or wherever you do your shopping.
Important on the tourniquet is to write the time where you when you put it on.
If it stays on too long, then you might lose that limb entirely.
Yeah, exactly.
Be sure to note the time. We also have this a small tactical light. You just break it and then you have light.
It's also useful for full moon parties and the occasional rave party.
And then finally, we have a larger bandage over here, just as to be able to put some additional pressure on a wound and bind it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also, this is obviously not disinfected, it's totally exposed. You can use a t-shirt, whatever you have, some cloth, just to put that pressure on and keep it there to limit the bleeding.
Scissors for cutting up clothes, for example, or the bandages or whatever you need. But a lot of the time you might actually need to expose a part of the body to be able to treat it. So then scissors are much faster than trying to take someone's pants off.
And that's about it for the
emergency kits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we also carry some simpler items and then some pills.
Yeah. It's malaria pills. We don't usually take them before we go somewhere, but it's good to have with you.
If we would get malaria symptoms,
Yeah.
then we can self-medicate with these until we get to a hospital. And these are water disinfectant pills. If we were to be in a place where there's no clean water, you can just pop one of these in a plastic bottle and wait 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these are fast working.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Just pop one of these in, wait 30 minutes, and then you can drink that water. They don't take up a lot of space, they're very light, so might just have them with you. So that's everything in the bag. It takes up some space, but I mean, when you put it against every other equipment you carry, like a sleeping bag or tent or hiking boots, camera gear, it's not a big addition. And if you were ever in a position where you would need it, you'd be happy you brought it. As we said, you can get all of this online. Just order the gauze, the tourniquet, everything. The best thing is to attend some kind of course and learn how to use it. So you just don't have the gear. You need to be able to put it in practice.
All the stuff that we have in this bag, we got to practice with at the hostile environment training. So you know how everything works and get to practice it several times. There's a lot of medical training in those courses.
Can be really valuable having hands-on experience using them. Not just, I mean, you can I'm sure you can look up instructions or tutorials how to use them, but having that muscle memory of using them is a totally different thing, especially when it's a real situation where you might be stressed and maybe in panic even. And there are a lot of these courses that you can attend if you're a journalist and you're going in to cover dangerous areas.
Some of these courses can be quite expensive, but there are free alternatives, and you can also get grants to attend them. If you're in Sweden, I think you can get from the Journalist Union, you get a grant to any course.
Yeah, so check with the Journalist Union in your country. Are there any grants to get? Same also with, I know Reporters Without Borders have some resources for freelancers working in dangerous environments, so you can borrow a flak jacket or
exactly. And there's also the Frontline Freelance Register. It's the Frontline Club in London's freelance body. You have to be a member, but they can help out to find different courses and also grants, and they are quite active in promoting security for freelancers. So that's a really good resource if you want help to find something.
Yeah, we'll put together a list of links in the description below.
We'll see you next week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, thumbs down.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and press the little bell thing to get notifications. Comment below for any questions or tips you might have on other equipment to get. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Good night.